Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we are doing my pattern double wide because I keep talking about it, and the only way it's going to make any sense is if you guys actually get a chance to see what I'm doing. Now, I recorded all of the video to make this thing happen, and then when it came time to start, do the edit and put it all together and stuff, I realized that was not going to work because there is 3 hours and 49 minutes of me doing the knots, which that's, if we sped that up 10 times, which is the fastest it can go, we would still be over 30 minutes, almost 40 minutes of me now talking to you, like 40 minutes. Can you imagine? I don't have that much things I can tell you about the bracelet, to be honest. That would be crazy. So I have the beginning showing you how we kind of got it set up and got it going, and then I have video of it towards the end of it. So we've cut it down to like a little more than 10 minutes, I think it is. That's for you guys, so hopefully you can appreciate that. If you actually want to see the full-on me making bracelets, that's easy. You just become a YouTube member. Let's do that right now because there's gonna be a big jump. You can become a YouTube member like these people, and you can watch behind the scenes footage of me actually doing the work of, either making the bracelets, or like right now, the me making this voiceover that I'm doing to this particular bracelet. So there you go. It has been a long time since I've done this pattern, and that was, even my wife said that when she saw it, like, oh, this is like a classic, you don't do this much. I don't. I've done it so many times that it's like one of those, do I really have a new way of doing it, anything different? And most of the time I don't have anything different to do with it, but I thought it'd be a good one to show off in case anybody was curious, like I said, to see how it's made, to see what it turns out like. One of the interesting things is we have a single loop at the top of the bracelet, but because of the way that it does the V shape at the base, it's got 4 tassels instead of just coming together like a diamond and making it a 2 tassel thing. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should have reversed it around and gone the other direction if I had wanted it to be 2 tassels, because that would have turned out kind of okay. But then the start of it would be weird. So I don't know. Maybe that's not even possible now that I kind of think about it. Maybe if I had 2 loops at the top, I don't know. It would be, either way, there's a problem. But 4 tassels is all right. You just tie, 2 together and then tie the other 2 together, and it all comes together fine. So this one was, again, one of the ones where the dark purple and the dark blue got used so much. It's seriously, like, I use a third of a skein, and getting down towards the end, you just feel like, wow, this is so much shorter. And like the light colors are like still super long. So just be careful with that. You don't want to run out of string, especially on a single stranded one like this. It just would not be good. And mind you, the string I'm using is kind of chubby compared to, like, say, DMC. So yeah, if you're gonna try to make this, it might seem like it's really small, and that's possibly because the string you're using isn't quite as big as the stuff that I'm using. So just kind of take that into account, if you're looking at it and you're like, oh, Kevin, what have you done? This is a terrible pattern. Well, remember, my string is from China, so there might be a difference there. But yeah, it's a good looking bracelet. It's a lot of fun. I really find myself getting lost in just doing when it comes to this pattern. Possibly because I've just done it so many times that it just kind of, it feels a little bit natural. Some of it might be that that it's just, I don't know, I really do like it. I like this pattern a lot. I have a tattoo of, like, it looks like my skin's been scraped off and bracelet is showing, and it is of this pattern. So yeah, that's how much this pattern kind of means to me, is I actually have it permanently part of myself. So yeah, 3 hours and 49 minutes. That is seriously, like, no joke. That is a long time for a bracelet. And mind you, I'm doing it in 30-minute increments. And then, you know, like, in between, like, do work for 30 minutes, and then take a little 5-minute break, have a sip of something to drink, you know, do whatever, and then get back to work. So, like, those 30-minute periods, those are, like, me seriously getting down to business. Like, it's not like 3 hours and 49 minutes and some of that was me stopping for a toilet or something. No, it's 3 hours and 49 minutes of actually doing the work. And I guess that kind of makes sense. It's what, 32 strings coming down, or 16 going into the loop. So yeah, it's pretty wide as far as, like, bracelets go. Not beginner friendly at all. It's a lot of zigzags, a lot of trying to, but once you kind of understand how the pattern works, like, the little bump at the side, then the next one's gonna turn before that, and the next one turns before that, and then you get little diamonds and stuff. Like, there's elements of it that once you kind of get the hang of it, you know where you're at, you know what comes next, you know what to look for. It all makes sense. I think that's what I like most about it. Like, I can honestly be distracted and watching movies or doing stuff, and well, I think in this case I was listening to music, and just kind of relaxing and getting into it. Some patterns aren't like that. Some patterns you have to, like, tie a few knots, look up, okay, now what? You know? But I feel like once you kind of get this one mastered a bit, much like the arrowhead, like, if you can get the arrowhead kind of down to where you can understand how it comes together, and then the next one's short of that, you know, if you can understand that, you can probably get to where you understand this one, because it's just an arrowhead that sort of mirrors each other in this sort of a yin-yang type design. That's the only way I can describe it, because the original bracelet that taught me how to do the zigzags led to this, and that was because it had chevrons on one side and then came into this arrowhead thing, and I was like, oh, what? On the other side of it had the diamond part. I'm like, oh, if both sides had the diamond part, it would look so much cooler. And then I got out, you know, graph paper, like, that I would go to a copy store, a little print shop in Pontiac, Michigan, and have them run some copies for me of this graph paper that I made. And then I would take color pencils and color it in and work out how to design my own bracelets. And it's the same graph paper that's on my website now. The same stuff that I use is how I kind of built this up, and how I figured out what the pattern would look like. And yeah, now you can use a computer and color it in. If you make a mistake, you can recolor it, or Control Z to back out. So much easier. You guys have no idea, like, how hard it used to be. Like, before, if I made a mistake with a colored pencil, try to erase it. Some color pencils don't erase so well. It was a lot of being really super careful and really trying to watch what I'm doing, and then, yeah, work out how, like, where the underlying strings were, work out how different colors interacted during the whole thing. Yeah, it was quite the challenge back in the day. And now I'm trying my best to teach everybody how to do it the easy way, so that way you guys can come up with your own designs or enhance the design, or maybe take a look at a photo that you really like and then make the pattern out of that, because that would be a thing as well. So yeah, I'm hoping that's what you guys get out of it. We're getting towards the end. This is like the on the right hand side there, that stuff's all completely done. The middle is about to be completely done. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, leave it down below. I do try to answer everybody's stuff. And if you haven't already hit the like button, that would be awesome. You know, you stuck around for 10 minutes, so you could just, you know, hit that like. It would be awesome. Helps get the video in front of more people. So here comes the big reveal coming up. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.